It's you. And Steve. It's now my great privilege to introduce our new governor, Governor Doug Ducey. Well, it's a little bit more of a lengthy introduction than that. I hope the record will reflect this is his first standing O at a business event as governor. The Arizona Chamber of Commerce and Industry, we were very proud to endorse Governor Ducey when he ran for state treasurer. We felt that he had the right mix of business experience and practical experience to lead a very statewide important office. And during his 4-year tenure as state treasurer, he has done an outstanding job in the office and has led very important efforts to make sure that the state remains competitive. He has the perfect mix of business experience and of governmental experience. And I just want to say, because you're all here to hear him speak, and I don't want to get in too much trouble before the state of the state, but I thought that your inaugural address on Monday was simply inspiring, Governor. Yes, we should have opportunity for all. Yes, every kid in Arizona should have access to an A education. And yes, we need a governor that day in and day out focuses on growing this economy. Ladies and gentlemen, Governor Doug Ducey.
Thank you. Thank you. Thanks very much. It's been quite a week. Inauguration on Monday. Welcome the President of the United States to Arizona on Wednesday. And on Friday, I get introduced by the incomparable leader of the Arizona Chamber of Commerce and Industry, Glenn Hammer. It's great to be here this afternoon. There's a lot of friendly faces in the room, and I want to thank the Chamber for all their help along the way. I have gotten to know the Arizona Chamber very well as a state treasurer, and many of our values are in line. I specifically want to thank you for some of the things we've done in the past before I talk about some of the things that we will do in the future. You might remember Proposition 118, where we put more money into the classroom by a small reform on our Permanent Land Endowment Trust Fund. You might remember Proposition 204, where we kept the state business-friendly and allowed our income tax to be able to improve and our education system to be reformed. Those were both things that were supported by the Chamber, and I, as your new governor, am forever grateful, because it really not only sets the tone for what's possible going forward, it talks about some of the values that we shared that have gotten us where we are today. I've worked with a lot of people in the room, and I always said during the campaign cycle I was much more comfortable in the business rooms than in the political rooms, because I really think I understand what makes a business tick and what makes an economy grow. So I'm happy to see all the familiar faces, and Glenn, you're right, this was my first gracious welcome like that, and I'm grateful for it. There's a lot of friendly faces here, and I'm looking forward to working with you going forward. Our state has come through a very challenging time. We lost more jobs per capita than any other state in the nation during the recession. We were at a point in December of 2009 where we were negative $730 million in our checking account. We had not a dollar in our rainy day fund. That's known as insolvency in the world you live in. Much has been done to improve the state's cash flow, but there's still work to be done. Here's the good news. Today, we are known as the 7th best state in the nation by Chief Executive Magazine in which to do business. Now, I would call that a good start. I think we can do better. I want you to know when I was elected governor, I stood on a stage at a new governors association with the governor of Texas, just 2 down from me, the newly elected governor, Greg Abbott. And he stepped forward, he said in his remarks that Texas needs to improve its tax code. Now, I want you to know Texas already has a 0 income tax in its code. So he's talking about improving the overall burden. So as a state and as a governor, we're going to continue to compete against other states. So we can't look at this as that there's a marker out there and we can just go towards it. We need to be continually improving our tax code, our regulatory environment, our fiscal responsibility. The thing that I want to make happen this year is Forbes magazine has predicted that Arizona will be #1 in expected job growth. I want to prove Forbes magazine right this coming year. We've got a lot to look forward to, and much of it in the next month. We're going to celebrate the Super Bowl here on the first Sunday of February, February 1st, and Michael, we're very excited for that. And I think the Super Bowl sets a great tone for what was not only a great sports and football season here this regular season year, but then a year from now, we'll have one of the first ever national championship playoff games played here in the Fiesta Bowl. And in 2017, we're going to have the NC2A basketball championships played here in Arizona again. This is a phenomenal news for the next 3 years in our state, and it's something we should really maximize and take advantage of. I'm excited, not only because I love sports, but because I think this is a great opportunity for us to showcase the state that we love. And this is an opportunity for the world to see us for the state that we are. It will improve commerce, it will improve tourism, and it gives us a real opportunity to maximize, and it's something that I want to work with the business community on. I want you to know we started off the year right. My first order of business as the new chief executive of the state was to sign an executive order to put a moratorium on any new regulation going forward. I'll give you a little preview to the state of the state that's going to happen on Monday. I'm going to call on the business community to help me identify areas of over-regulation that we already have on the books so that we can improve our fiscal situation in this state and we can improve the business climate in this state going forward. Arizona can and should be the state to do business in. I think we have a great place to live, work, play, recreate, retire, visit, and in so many places, get an education. I want that to be our brand going outward, and I want to use these sporting events to make that happen. I want you to know also that we will have some issues around our budget in this coming session, and I intend to deal with them directly, just as a business person would. I said during the campaign that we'll deal with our budget one fiscal year at a time, and I'm going to propose a responsible and balanced budget that protects what's most important in Arizona in terms of public safety and classroom spending, but we need to get this budget structurally balanced once and for all. And I also want to call on the business community for your help. The best thing that you can do in these coming years is to be wildly successful in your business pursuits. That is the best way to help our state and our state's economy, to speak in positive terms about the place where we live, and to instill that sense of confidence in your employees so that they're able to take on raises and have a better quality of life. They're able to buy homes and invest in their retirement and think of higher education for their children. That comes from a rising tide of prosperity in our business community, and you can do that. It's the government and the governor that sets the environment to make it easier for you to do that, and that's what I'll be doing. So I want to call on the business community to have that success, to work with our elected leaders to move our state forward so that we are known as the best state in the nation in which to do business. I wanted to say to the legislators, I'm looking forward to working with you. I'm looking forward today to hearing from President Biggs and Speaker Gowan and Leader Meyer and Leader Hobbs, and I'm looking forward to working with you in good faith and good intention. We're not going to shy away from difficult decisions. We can confront them head on, and we can start focusing on what moves our state forward. I intend to be a public servant worthy of your trust, and I look forward to working with other public servants with that same posture. We've been given an important responsibility, and I intend to honor it. I'm looking forward to getting to work. I'm looking forward to the State of the State on Monday and to the budget release on Friday. Thank you, and God bless.